Okay, start out with 2.5 cups of, I use Dakota made bread flour, unbleached, unbromated. Then I take a tablespoon of raw wheat germ, heaping tablespoon like this, that size, and that, and then I use a tablespoon of barley flour, and that's whole grain barley. Big one. And a tablespoon, I get that from any store, and a big tablespoon of whole grain white rye, or light rye, and then a big tablespoon of that. Alright. Next is 2 teaspoons of salt, and I know just about how big a teaspoon is. This isn't sea salt. This is, I usually use sea salt, but this works good too. 2 teaspoons of that, and about a teaspoon of sugar in there, and a half a teaspoon here. And the yeast is Red Star Active Dry Yeast. In bulk, it's cheaper. You can make lots of oats out of that. So you take about 2/3 of a tablespoon. That in there with that. And you mix these ingredients up. And you put a couple tablespoons of oil.
What kind of oil?
Well, I like the, this will work, but I like the light olive oil best, or regular olive oil, not the extra virgin. That tastes like crap. Even the Italians don't eat that shit. Well, 2 tablespoons of that, you mix it in. There's a big difference in oils, but depending on what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, what kind of oil you put in. Wheat germ has a lot of nutrients in there that actually helps to process the bread in your system. The rye and the rye flour and barley flour have inulin in them that slows down the absorption of sugars. So put these away. Now, about 9 ounces of water, pretty warm. The cost comes out to buying stuff on sale and stuff, and comes out to about 60 cents a loaf. I got a bread machine for mixing the dough. It's a heck of a lot easier than leaving it. Nope, I don't put that in yet. You take this and you put it in there. Some people don't mix this stuff, I mix it ahead of time. And that's so that you get it evenly in there. And then you got your sugar and you make sure it proofs. If you look in there, it's got bubbles on it, that means the yeast is working. Now the yeast is, I buy Red Star Active Dry. It's not the new kind, it's not the rapid yeast, it's the regular yeast. There's a lot of people have different things to the new kind of yeast. And then the old one tastes better because we've been using that for 100 years or so. Okay, now select, put it on dough, and it just mixes the dough. Once you get this run through a cycle, rises, mixes, rises, mixes, rises. You take and you put butter on a bread pan, and you take it off, you put some flour on the board, you flatten it all out, and you roll it up. And then you put it in the bread pan, you cover the bread pan with a cloth. The cloth works better than plastic or anything because it holds the bread when it rises up and pushes bubbles into the other thing so it's nice and even. And then you leave it rise. I put it on the wood stove door and then open the door up. And the wood stove, you open the door, put a pad down, put this on there, and then leave it rise for an hour till it comes over the pan. And then you put it in the oven at 375 for 33 to 34 minutes. And it works fine.
The end?
That's it. Yeah.
Say bye to your fans.
Bye.